England 4, the Ukraine 0. I am on cloud 9. Such a proud night for this nation. And another evening where Gareth Southgate shuts down the detractors. Harry Kane on fire. Raheem Sterling continues his form. Maguire majestic at the back. Luke Shaw proving why he's right to be starting. Sancho has a good night. Mason Mount's inclusion vindicated. We roll on to the semi-finals on Wednesday night. And I just need to say, well, boys, I've got hiccups, so I apologize. I can't help it. But what an evening. What a night. 2 semi-finals, 2 tournaments on the bounce. I am beyond proud, beyond happy, beyond over the moon. I never, ever expected my country to do this. I didn't expect Gareth Southgate to maybe do it. Maybe, I don't know, I was very negative before the beginning of the tournament, and I am sorry. I am 100% behind you now, Gareth. 100% behind you. Whatever starting lineup you put out, whatever substitutions you make, I am backing you. And I'm telling you now, the scary thought or the sobering factor tonight for many of England's detractors, and more so and more importantly, of course, we played Denmark, everybody's adopted nation in the next round. The sobering thought, the issue on a lot of people's minds is this: the rotation is key. Grealish is still fresh. We were able to take off our star players with 25 to 20 minutes to go. Harry Kane has come alive. Harry Kane has arrived at this tournament, and he was brilliant this evening. Luke Shaw has found his feet. The Stones and Maguire partnership is absolutely out of this world. It's another clean sheet. We have not conceded a goal. The signs look good. My hiccups are still coming, but I don't care because England are through to another semi-final. Hit that like button for me, though, please, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button right now. You are going to get your chance to come on tonight and have your say, but make sure that like button is being hit. It's coming home, Terry. It's coming home is what Monsieur Ahmed has got to say here. We have another super chat. This is from Taveen, who says, the Manchester defense simply world class. Listen, it was tonight. England's performance tonight was top class. And listen, there's going to be detractors and there's going to be people, oh, it's only Ukraine. But why were we here? Because we beat Germany comprehensively. Why did we get Germany and maybe not a more difficult team? Because we won our group. We won our group. England are where we are because we deserve it. We were so superior tonight to Ukraine from the get-go. And we were superior from the get-go. They didn't even want to attack us. They were too scared to attack England. They were too scared to come out and really give it a go. And it was a beautiful thing as an Englishman to see. And I'm talking here purely from a football standpoint. I've never seen a game like that. I've never seen us dominate the possession. Never seen us dominate the zones. Never seen us dominate in terms of the quality of opportunities. And again, it was only 10 attempts on goal tonight, but they were quality attempts when we got in there. And it was a scintillating performance. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. Let's go to some more of these super chats that are coming through. Aiden says, it is coming home. Man like Bean Play says, if Jose Mourinho opens his mouth about Luke Shaw, listen, Mourinho's in the mud. Everything he's ever said about Luke Shaw is now done and finished. Jerome says, night them all, Terry. Listen, we're getting close to that. We're getting close to that right now. And do you know what? I'm not about the naysayers. I'm not about that, but you've still got to beat Denmark. We know. You've still got to beat Spain or Italy in the final. We know. But it is party central in London for the next, hopefully, 8 days. Hopefully the next 8 days is party central, at the very least until Wednesday night. As a nation, we deserve it. I'm not saying other countries haven't gone for a lot in the last 18 months, but as a nation, I think we deserve it. It's beautiful to see. I'm sure the Bok Parks are banging. I'm sure everybody's homes were absolutely jubilant tonight. Commiserations to the Ukraine, but I am absolutely over the moon. Make sure you've hit that like button for us, though, people. Get that smash right about now, and hopefully my hiccups will go at some point. Big up to Southgate for protecting Sancho until the deal was agreed with United. Awesome to see him tonight. And he performed very, very well tonight, Jadon Sancho. Some of his movements, some of his touches, excellent. Very unlucky not to score. Everyone moaning about Grealish not starting. We didn't need Grealish tonight. And not because Grealish isn't amazing, but we have other amazing players. The freshness of our team going into this semi-final final is astounding. Monsieur Ahmed here says, Terry, I think we should still question Southgate because he is proving us wrong and loves it. Seems to be working and could win the competition. I hear you on that. And some people will continue to challenge him. And you are right to challenge who you want to challenge. You've just got to take the banter back in the other direction when what you say doesn't come to fruition. Ryan here says, you told me earlier, Mr. Flewers, judge the lineups after the game. We were brilliant again. Hashtag it's coming home. And you know what, Ryan, bruv? Like, for me, that's just generally speaking is my mantra. These managers tend to know more than us as fans. Let's wait and see what happens. You saw why Mount was needed. The pressing and the hurrying is better than what we would get from Jack Grealish, and it nullified them at parts. They were too scared to attack us. They were too scared of losing that ball. You know, Sancho came in for Saka because Saka picked up an injury, and it was the right time and it was the right call. He went with the trusted midfield pairing, who I dug into after the Scotland game out of frustration. I was wrong. They are a sensational pair in that middle, and they're young. Jude Bellingham came on and looked absolutely saucy and dripping sauce all over the place. What a future England's midfield has. Maybe not standout stars like Lampard, standout stars like Scholes and Gerrard, but maybe as a collective better. And this is the team sport, remember. And Raheem Sterling again tonight, before anybody forgets, majestic, sets up that goal. The King Harry, Sir Harry Kane, King Harry Kane. And nearly got his hat with that wonderful volley. He's on fire now. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. If Harry Kane is purring, England are winning. And what I said in the group stages, don't peak too soon. We are coming alive. We're not conceding. We're scoring goals. We're dominating proceedings. We dominated the ball. I guess against Ukraine. We did the same thing against Germany. The Germans. Put some respect now on England's name. Oh, put some respect on our name. Ryan says, yes, Terry, you were right, bro. Judge the lineups after the game. We were terrific. Kane proving his haters wrong again. Maguire and Shaw, amazing. You're absolutely spot on there, my friend. It was so nice to see them do it. And Harry Kane now, when he scores and puts us through to the final, that's it. Remember this, Ryan, you're a Tottenham fan. Every single detractor of Kane said the same thing. Until he scores in a major semi-final or final, he can't be considered world-class. Can't be world-class until he does it in a semi or final of a major competition. When he scores that brace or hat-trick in the next round, he's signed, he's sealed, he's delivered. King Kane has arrived. Maria Williams here says Sancho played very well tonight. Gonna be fire in the Prem. Oh, beautiful. Man like Lincoln says back-to-back semis, you know. Absolutely. Honestly. Bare semis going on, bruv. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to say it. Sharek says, Mum's birthday today and a huge W. It's coming home. My guy, Sharek there. Happy birthday to your mum. Hope she's having a wonderful day. I'll blow your mum a kiss. Sorry if that's too far. But there we go. Anyway, happy birthday, mummy. Jerome here says, my days, if that volley from Kane went in, it would have been the goal of the tournament. Jose Mourinho in the mud. Luke Shaw was outstanding. He was outstanding. It's a thing of beauty. It's an absolute thing of beauty. Over the moon, buzzing. I'm going to start bringing callers on now, and hopefully it's going to go away. But before we do that, we've got to get the poll going. I'm going to put my options in first of all. You're all going to pick who you think my man of the match is. And if you super chat over the value of £5, your name goes into the prize with the right answer. Your name goes into that prize draw to win a football shirt of your choice. I'm putting my options in here now. I think they're going to be fairly obvious names, but I'm going to put them in there anyway. I'm going to say, who is Terry's man of the match? Probably should have typed it out before. That's now available for you to get yourselves voting on right now. Adrian here says, Terry, it's now guaranteed that a Chelsea player will win a double this season. Also, Mount was class, absolutely brilliant in the second half. Oh, is that because you've got a player in each of the teams? Is that because you've got a player? Yeah, you got Aspie, Mount, Aspie, Jorginho, who's in Denmark? Oh, Christensen. Yeah, somebody could. Is this your like ploy, Adrian, to try and get a Ballon d'Or winner at Chelsea? Is that what I'm seeing here? Is that what I'm seeing from you? But fair play to you, mate. Where are all the Kane haters now? Put some respect on my captain's name, Harry Ross Clark Kane. It's coming home, you slags. I love it. It's coming home, you slags. You slags. Listen, you can't. I had such an English day today as well. It's been a beautiful day. Fry up in the morning with the kids. I've had Vera Lynn playing. I've had England anthems playing. Barbecues, beer, only fools and horses on at times. My brother's been here. It's been an amazing day. England flags up, England shirts on. It's been an amazing day. What a party day. Gets bigger Wednesday. And I know these boys are going to give me a final on Sunday with my beautiful son Archie coming over. First time in a year because of COVID that I've seen him. He's going to be here for that final with his daddy and his little brother and sister. I know God. I've started to believe in God since talking to KJ. He's convinced me. I know God is going to bring this to me. I know God is going to deliver this to me. Plus, my son is a Christian Catholic and he believes in God. So we're going to get this. We're going to get this and we're going to win that final. And football's going to come home. Why UFC says Ollie's players having a huge impact on the tournament. And people say, and that people kept Ollie in the, and the people that kept Ollie in the job were the ones who got abused the most. It's interesting. Vol, the producer, says man of the match easily Luke Shaw with 2 assists. Ads here says Jose is the Ronaldo of managers. He knows how to stay in the headlines no matter what. Luke Shaw, man of the match, is what DeRoma said here. Sasko says England team is deep. Mount is so needy because of what he brings. I think Southgate is starting to understand he can play whatever system he wants. And that's the one thing, before I go to calls, that's the one thing about Southgate which stands out to me, which he needs respect for, is he's changed his system and his approach and his personnel each and every single time. Whether you like the systems or not, to call him tactically inept makes you look like a very silly Billy indeed. You look stupid. And anybody that's like retweeting you and going, oh yeah, you're so right. You're being treated like a jester. You're being clowned because you're a clown. To say he has no tactical nous means you are stupid. I fell into that trap. I didn't believe he was as good as he's proven us to be. I half believe we could get here, and I said it would be Judge. This isn't Judge. This isn't luck. This isn't black magic. This isn't voodoo. This isn't piss and win. This isn't prayers. This is Southgate knowing what he's doing. Respect on his name. 2 tournaments running, back-to-back semi-finals. They call him Gareth Bruce, Ole Gunnar Southgate. Shut your big fat mouths. Be like me. I got it wrong, and I'm saying sorry, Southgate. I should never have disrespected you. You absolute English football legend. You legend, Southgate. Look what you're doing to this country. You're bringing us all together. Love you, Southgate. Love you. I'm flip-flopping here, but I'm apologizing first, so that makes it acceptable. Terry, have you heard football is coming home? Oi, oi! Every football coming home super chats, get in the foghorn. It really, really is. We're going to go to calls now because I need a break from talking because these hiccups are going mad. They're going mad. I'm going to have a sip of my beer. Hang on. Terry, they just scared about Denmark in the semis more than Italy in the final. Hope England does not choke. Sancho and Jude look so good. I'm scared of Denmark. I respect Denmark a lot. That's all I'm focusing on right now. First caller of the night. I'm going to go to David. I'm not going to KJ. I'm going to go to David first tonight to come. Excuse me again. To come on and have you say, David, England are through to another semi-final. Give me a look.
It's coming home, isn't it? Ole, ole, hands in the air. We're bringing it home. Bringing it home. Bring up Creps and Co. That's a big tune. Oh, it's coming home. That performance today was sick. And again, just shows that Southgate, he knows. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything about Southgate for the rest of this tournament because right now he's showing he knows what he's doing. Germany, a bit more defensive. Let's counter-attack against them. Let's hold the ball a bit better. But today was like we're playing Ukraine. We're switching it up today. 4 at the back. Sancho's coming in. Kane scoring goals. Mount's playing like a madman, doing what he does best, giving in a good corner. Hendo scored his first goal for England. It's just feeling good. Luke Shaw got 2 assists, and he was in my fantasy team. It's just a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Pickford still ain't conceded a goal, and he's got 2 games to go. He might be the first goalkeeper ever to never concede in a European tournament. Oh my god. It's actually coming home. It's coming home. It's done. It's done. It's signed, sealed, delivered. It's coming home. There's nothing else to say. We're beating Denmark, and I don't care if it's Italy or Spain or Croatia. They can throw make the best team you can from the other side of the bracket. We'll still beat them. We'll still beat them because it's coming home.
Mate, listen, I'm starting to believe. The nation is starting to believe, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing to see. Do you know what? It's about supporting your nation now and getting behind. And do you know what? Just enjoying it. We are so privileged. You know, we've barely been to semi-finals in our history as a nation. 1990, 96, we did it, and then we waited nearly 20 years to do it again. And we've got it 2 times on the bounce. Enjoy it, people. Enjoy it. Absolutely enjoy it. Football is coming home. All the super chats that say it or they feature it are going to get a bit of it. Terry, evening different from the World Cup semi-finals. This is at Wembley with 60,000 fans. Luke Shaw, man of the match. Football is coming home. And do you think, how big a part do you think that's going to play on Wednesday night, it being in front of 60,000 English fans?
It's massive. It's absolutely massive. Denmark. I'm not sure what the travel rules are for Danish people. So, if they're allowed to come over, then there'll be a good sizable amount. But if not, then it's going to basically be 60,000 England fans because everyone's going to get a hand on their ticket. So that's massive. And we've all seen it this season. Like, fans really do make a difference. And effectively, England have 2 home games. When you look, again, statistically, when you look at it, with home games, you're more likely to win. So everything is saying that this should be, at worst, it should be England in the final. So I'm very happy. Very happy.
Hey, we'll get you back on with that panel very, very soon. Top man. Thank you very much indeed. I have another super chat here that says, I think we should play only 1 CDM, Rice, Jude and Grealish or Mount and Foden in the middle. Call-in link, please. I've shared the call-in link in the live comment section. So if you want to phone up and have your say, give it a go. Shorberto Carlos. That's a good name for him this tournament. Shorberto Carlos. I like that. Next on the show, my brother, my guy. Someone on another stream today called this guy a nobody. Egal is one of the most recognizable faces across football social media. He comes on the Terrace regularly. He's seen by over 3 million individuals across multiple platforms each and every single month. My brother is here. Egal's in the house. What you saying, bro?
Terry, I'm just going to give you your plaudits. You basically foreshadowed the unthinkable. You foreshadowed the fact that there's going to be lots of rotation. Even a lot of people are going to criticize Southgate throughout the whole tournament. He rotated properly. He's done everything properly. So far, all I got to do, give plaudits to Southgate, give plaudits to England, give plaudits to all you guys. Absolute scenes over here in the UK right now. I'm very happy for you guys. And I'm happy for my friends and everyone that I know over here in the UK. Big up to you guys. I hope England do it for you guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I do see the path. It's very clear. And hey, Denmark should be a good game and should be another situation where you guys are just going to show how dominant you guys are. At this point, the UEFA rankings is going to change. It's going to be Italy and England at the top for people who are representing Europe. And you guys could be at the top going into that World Cup. So right now, big up to you guys. Southgate won today, wins tomorrow. Wins next game. You guys go to the final. You guys are winning the whole thing. It's actually scary.
Can I ask you a favor, though, Egal?
Yeah.
Can you please not say we're going to win?
I said you guys could win.
Can you say we're going out next round, please? Because I don't need no Egal tax on England right now.
You guys are going out to Damsgaard and Melier and them, man. But Luke Shaw, amazing performance. Harry Maguire, amazing performance. Harry Kane. By the way, if Harry Kane wins the Euros, I will never slander him again. I can't talk about trophies no more. Can't talk about him not winning it on the big stage. I can't talk about him not leading his team. If he wins the Euros, I'm done. I'm not talking about him no more. I'll just find another thing to talk about because Harry Kane is not.
But that's fair though. But that's because you're a respectful man, and you can't set someone a benchmark. They reach the benchmark, and then you change your mind about what the benchmark is. Like he to be spoken about like a Lewandowski, to be spoken about like another world class elite striker. He does need to add trophies to that, and he's on his way to doing it. What did you make of his performance tonight, though, as England captain in such a clutch game?
He was absolutely ruthless, taking pop shots out of nowhere, getting into the right positions. It looks like he wasn't getting the service because the first couple games we were making fun of him, but he was just not getting the service. And today, when he got the service, he looked really good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Harry Kane does look like a different animal when he's fit and firing. In comparison to the first couple games, it looked like he was a little distracted, or he was trying to get himself going. The formation change also helped because it got more people around him more involved, with Sancho and Sterling building up with Mason Mount behind him. And I'm just gonna say, you know what? I've seen some tweets about people comparing Luke Shaw to Zidane, saying Ballon d'Or candidates for Mason Mount and Kane. I get it. You guys getting excited, but at the same time, let's be logical here. None of your players are winning the Ballon d'Or. That's not happening. I'm not going to bash you guys, but just let's not get over the top now. Let's not get into nonsensical talk.
Listen,
Terry, I don't know if you've seen it, but a man said in 3 minutes, Luke Shaw overtook Zidane in 14 Euros appearances in the amount of assists that he's gotten in his career.
Yeah, listen, people are just having a laugh and a joke with statistics. But what I do find interesting about stats is that people that hate stats are the ones that always use stats to put down players they hate. But look, England have got a really good opportunity now. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. And it's good to see you coming on and giving them their flowers where they deserve it. We'll get you back on with everybody else soon, man. Top man, Egal. See you in a few moments. KJ still to come. I want to do a few calls before that. First, I'm going to go to I know, no, I'm not. KJ wants to come on. He really wants to come on backstage. Before that, though, F off Egal. Don't you support France? All right, mate. He's praising England here. Calm down. Lamin says it's coming home. There we go. There we go. Before KJ comes on, let's go to. Excuse me. Let's go to. I think it's Golrick. Is how it's pronounced. Welcome to the Terrace, mate. What do you want to say? You're on mute. If you're trying to
Hi, Johnny. So
hello.
yeah, I support Manchester United. I'm from India, and I also support the England national team. I thought the game was excellent today. Kane looked very sharp, and I think he's back into his form. Some of the crosses from both Luke Shaw and Sterling was really great, and I think like I was saying before that we should have one CDM, preferably Rice, and we can play either Jude Bellingham or Henderson, who can actually go a little forward also, and bring in a more strength in the midfield, which we may need in going forward.
I hear you on that, bro. And I think, listen, I think there's lots of the great thing about this England squad, and thank you for your call, my friend, is the volume of options. The volume of options that England have got are absolutely astounding. Thank you for your call, mate, and thank you for coming on and having your say. Next on the show, KJ's here with us now. What you saying, my brother? I think he's taking a drink now. He's putting his earphones on, so he's not ready. He's not ready now. Now he's ready. KJ's here. England are in a semi-final. What you saying, mate?
Oh, yeah, let's flip it and go, people. 4-0, quarterfinal. Listen, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying it. I said, after the beating Germany, Southgate, I'm going to leave you to it. I'm going to get off your back. The lineup came up. Still, I saw people complaining. But I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to stick to my word. Southgate, you go cook. And he cooked up something beautiful, bruv. I absolutely loved it. First 5 minutes in, 1-0. Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling linking up. Luke Roberto Carlos, bruv. Coming through, 2 assists. Slab head. The biggest big head in football, bruv. Look how you know what I mean? It's just massive. Just getting it onto the ball. And then, obviously, that guy, the greatest Liverpool captain the Premier League has ever seen, getting a goal as well. I am so gassed. I am so happy. I'm just grateful that I've got to witness that beautiful game. And, we can start to believe where you start to believe, oh, listen, my false nine talk was only for the Germany game, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Harry Kane doing the business where he needs to. If they had that hat trick as well, scenes. But yeah, man, I'm just super happy. And that if you watch the pre-game build-up, there was a interview that they did, kind of like a segment about Southgate, like mixing some of the interviews from modern day with some of the interviews in the past. And I sat there, I was watching it, I was like, you know what, yeah? He's actually been through a lot in terms of as a player with the country disappointments. And all he's ever wanted to do is repay the country back for the penalty miss. That's all he's ever wanted to do. Is wanted to do something for England, do special for England. And from when I saw that, I said, you know what, yeah? I actually want him to do something special. Like, I think we are hard on him. We are. All of us are so hard on him. We expect him to be something that he isn't. But you know what? He has got this England team playing, got these England players wanting to play for the country. Have you heard any stories about bust-ups, about players not getting played? About players are upset that one player's playing over here, or there's too many players from a certain club. There's no more rivalries. This is all togetherness. He has switched out so many different players, and all of them come in and do their job. We started off the tournament with Trippier, Ming, Stones, Walker. We just played a game with Shaw, Stones, Maguire, Walker, and they all performed well. Another clean sheet. Pickford, best tournament I've ever seen him. Best tournament I've ever seen him play. It's just an amazing thing. And you know what? Big up to Gareth Southgate, man. Because he's gone through a lot. There's a lot of fans that was on his case, including myself. And I'm gonna let him do what he's doing. Now, if he loses the semi-final, I'll just give him that grace in it. If he loses the final, I'll give him that grace. Do I think he's an amazing coach? No, but he's doing something special. And we've got to give him his props. And well done to every single England player there. And also, big up the United boys. You know what I'm saying? Jen and Sancho having an amazing performance as well.
Absolutely. We've got a comment here from Z, who is Danish. He is a Denmark fan. He says, how can the trophy come home to a place it's never been? Looking forward to knocking you out in your own backyard. Bring it home. Listen, my guy, we all here for the banter. There is a part of me that actually wants Denmark to still do really well because of course, the horrors that happened in their first game. But come Wednesday night, I want to knock you out, bruv. I want to knock you out. And football's coming home. We invented the damn thing. It's about time we show we're the best at it. Do you know what I mean? After inventing it, it's been embarrassing my whole life. That's what it's all about, my guy. And there was another super chat here that says the likes of Roy Keane always ranting about modern players and social media, but they don't realize that the push it gives them in terms of unity. I hear you on that. Definitely. The friendship between the players is very, very important now. It never used to exist. Grey Wolf Dinner here says, Sterling is my man of the match. Thought he was central to everything good about England tonight. Mount has proven his worth as he makes our midfield tick. And that Mount was getting so much stick before the game because, why is Mount starting and not Grealish? Hush the gums. I can smell that morning breath. Your opinion stinks. You know what I mean? We know why you were being negative. It's because I'll be negative before every game because hopefully one day I'm right and then I can say, see, I told you all so. You've been wrong now. Even if you're right next, you've been wrong more times. You've been right. Hush your gums. You're ruining the party, bro. You know that negative guy, KJ? You know when you go out like, it's a long walk to the next bar. I don't want to go meet them. It makes the party. That's them. I'm blocking it. I blocked 15 people tonight and it was the best moment of, not my best moment of my day. That would be really weird. But it was just like, what's that word I'm looking for? What's the word? Not inspirational. There's like when you feel something, sort of like it was kind of uplifting. It was like, I feel liberated. I got that negativity off my timeline. My timeline looks clean.
Listen, I'm enjoying it. Listen, fam, look, I embraced it. Full English skinhead mode, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Listen, full Gammon FC, fam. Come chat to me, bro. I don't know if I'm allowed in, but I'm here for it, innit?
I think right now, even the Gammons will take anyone. All the Gammons are in a curry house right now, bro. You do know that, right?
Come on now.
They're all in the curry house, eating curry, having a Ray nephews. That's what they're doing. They're madmen. We'll get you back on with Mans later, my brother. Thank you very much. Still got Nicks to come. Still got Pav to come. Still got La Red Devil. He's Mauritius Man United fan that lives in France. He isn't French, I do remember. But before that, he's not been on in a while. Glad to see him back on the terrace. Indiana is in the house. England the through, brother. What you got to say?
What a performance. Incredible. The Man United players, listen, Raheem Sterling was incredible. All the people that want to drop Harry Kane, what is wrong with you? Too reactionary. You don't drop Harry Kane. You do not drop your best players, especially strikers like that. Outstanding. But for me, Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is the best left back in the league. I don't want to hear no Robertson, no Chilwell talk. Don't want to hear it. Outstanding today. Defensively, going forward. The balls he puts in the box. Sancho, the way he carries the ball, the dribbling. At one point, Mason Mount is stood still watching Sancho dribble. That's how good he is. That is how good he is. He's coming home. I'm saying it. I'm not normally that guy, but I do believe he's coming home.
I think it's coming home. I'm just going to get behind. I'm going to will it into. I'm a big fan of the Lethal Weapons, not the weird TV series, the originals.
Yeah.
The originals, a man like Glover and Mel Gibson, and it's like willing it to happen. I'm going to will it to happen. I'm willing it over the line. It's coming home. It's gonna happen, mate. And you mentioned Luke Shaw and his performance. Maguire sensational tonight. What was your first impressions? Jadon Sancho, United player next year.
Yeah.
Looking drippy on the he's there on the left. What did you make of his performance tonight?
I thought to start off with, he was trying to get into the game. I don't think we really brought him into the game enough. And then when he got on the ball, you got Mason Mount. Actually, he was looking for him quite a lot. He was the one player really looking for Sancho and trying to make things happen for him. When he got on the ball, he's next level. He's still young. The league's in trouble. The league is in trouble next season with Jadon Sancho. I'm telling you, he is an outstanding footballer. Incredible. Because there's a lot of players that are great on the ball, great at dribbling, but his end product is good as well. And that's what sets him apart. Is what you do with the ball after you can do all those skills and dribbles and take it round players. He's just outstanding. I thought he was incredible. He deserved that goal. To be honest with you, that turn, the shot, it should have gone in the back of the net. He deserved it. I thought he was incredible.
100%. Yeah, it would have been a great way to finish it off, mate. We'll get you back on with everyone else soon. Indiana, top man. Thank you. Next up on the show, I don't know what sport he's been watching today. He's probably been on the cricket. He's been on the tennis. He's definitely been watching the football. My favorite non-English Englishman is here with us now. Man, like Neeks is in the house. What you saying, brother?
Yeah, I've been on it all. I was a Formula One earlier. I'm on the cricket right now. Actually, West Indies are playing now. We're struggling, but that's why I got my cricket shirt on. And of course, I'm watching the Euros. Great performance. I mean, I said England 3-0. So this is a performance, a result, should I say, that I expected against a poor Ukraine side. Let's call it what it is. But you got to beat what's in front of you. It's all good saying, oh yeah, poor this round, that easy team. I mean, we've seen some big teams go out to so-called poor teams. You have to beat what's in front of you. And not only did they win today, the performance, the forwards getting in on the act in terms of the goals. Luke Shaw, brilliant again, absolutely brilliant. Raheem Sterling, I mean, he seems to be playing with, I don't know, he got something on him in this tournament. Like, he feels that he might have something to prove. Or not even something to prove, but he's got a desire to shut people up, haters or otherwise. He got, from the first game right up until today, I saw right at the early start part of the game, I think it was maybe John Stone played a crossfield ball behind Luke Shaw, and Raheem Sterling just ran from nowhere to try and keep it out from going for a throw-in. And it's like, this man is playing possessed. So all credit to him. Maybe he's thinking, I can win a tournament at Wembley in his home, obviously, the area of London. So yeah, credit to him. And Harry Kane. I mean, it was for me, it was only a maritime before he started scoring. He's a great striker. 3 goals in the tournament so far, all in the knockout rounds. Man just said, listen, I don't do the group stage. That's for you peasants. You don't do the group stage. I'll turn up when it matters. And he's turned up. He was involved in, I think, all the goals. He won the corner for the last goal. He won the free kick, even though I think he dived for Maguire's goal, and he scored the other 2. So what can you say in there?
Do you know what's interesting as well? Like, obviously, every time I see Kane scored now in 2 knockout games running, one winner against Germany to seal it. Tonight he gets that opener and he gets the sealer. I look at the first goal is important. The third goal sealed it. Of course, our messages have hope. I'm like, what you saying now? And I want, again, like little wins. I want England to win this tournament. I don't really care who scored, but I want Kane to do bits because, you know, you've been someone that, you know, you and I have shared screens and shared opinions now for many years. And the slander Harry Kane has got from people over the past 4 or 5 years about not really being a top class player, and it's all this has to do it in big tournaments, has to do it in big games.
Perry, if England win the Euros, does Kane can stay at Tottenham now, isn't it? Because he's won something. You don't need to go anywhere. He's won something, isn't it?
maybe, or maybe he gets that bug. Maybe he gets that bug, and he's like, now I want it even more. Like winning trophies is the best feeling ever. Maybe he gets a little bit of that. Neeks, listen, bro, we'll get you back on with everyone else in a little while. Top man, thank you much indeed. We've got some super chats here. This says, yet to be seen how we react when we go a goal down. That's very, very true. But maturity, composed, and the talent is there. I can't see England losing to anyone anytime soon. I'll be honest with you, like I agree with that take. And the Italians and the Spanish are very good. Denmark are playing with a great cohesion and togetherness, and it's brilliant to see. We're at home now. That home advantage counts. That home advantage means something. I think we've got the fresher squad. I think we've got the best depth. We didn't play Grealish tonight, and we slapped a team 4-0. We didn't play Grealish. We were able to take off. We were able to take off at the Declan Rice came off after 57 minutes. So he's had a big rest. We then got to take off Luke Shaw, Calvin Phillips, and Raheem Sterling with 25 minutes of the game to go, and Harry Kane with 20. That level of rest is going to be key in this game. And do you know how good we were tonight? You're meant to get 30 seconds of extra time, injury time for every substitution made, plus up to a minute of injury time for every goal scored. They didn't play 1 minute of injury time. That's how much we battered them tonight. Now, statistically, you'll look at it and go, but actually, you only had 10 shots on goal. There was so many other openings we didn't quite get shots off, but we were there or thereabouts, and we're just purring. The one reason that I think we're going to win this now, above and beyond everything else, is we're getting better and better and better, and we're peaking. We're tapering at the right time. The final 2 games will be difficult no matter who we play, but I believe we can do it. I believe it's coming home. I believe in Southgate. I believe in Harry Kane. And more importantly than any of those things on the football sense, I believe in Raheem Sterling. And I agree with Neeks. He's playing with the bit between his teeth. He's got that Wembley tattoo on his arm. He's a boy from Brent. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. It's happening. Sir Raheem Sterling, Sir Harry Kane, Sir Gareth, I love waistcoat Southgate. Super chat here says, credit to England making it into the semi-finals without conceding the goal. Back four has been strong and dominant. I know what that word says, versus Italy. I don't know what that means. Does that mean England versus Italy in the final in a different language? Is that in French? Oh, no, it can't be French because Angleterre is. I don't know. But I'm saying that means England. I think. I don't know. I'm so dumb. I'm so uneducated. It's unbelievable. We're going to bring the panel on, but then we are going to go to your calls and bring you in to ask your questions or pose your points of view to the panel. We're going to be taking calls from Donny. We're going to be taking calls from the Red Devil, Pav, Lincoln, Abs. But we're going to bring the panel on now to come and have their say, and we'll go through that and we'll pose it to them. Make sure that like button's been hit, by the way. We're still not past 500 likes, which is a madness. Make sure you subscribe to the Football Terrace. Let's bring these boys on. KJ's back with me. Egal is here. Neeks is here. Indiana's back again. David is here. Gents. It's coming home.
Oi, bring on. I don't care who anymore. Bring them on. Bring them on.
Indiana said it's coming Rome. Don't listen to him.
It's coming. No, I'm saying it's coming yard. It's coming yard, bro. It's coming yard.
Oh, yes, coming to the gaff.
Coming,
no, let's go, man.
Coming to be gaff, mate. Listen, I mean, look, we won't look beyond the semi-final just yet, but I want to say, what do you think the atmosphere, David, is going to be like at Wembley in this country in the build-up to this huge semi-final against Denmark?
It's going to be absolutely massive. I'm hoping the way things are going, I might be able to go to the final on a Sunday. Maybe. So if I can pull it off, I'll be gassed. But the Wednesday, it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be amazing. The atmosphere is going to be. The Germany atmosphere was nothing I've ever seen before. So when it's an extra 20,000 people and it's a semi-final, knowing that they can get to a final that's going to be at home,
it's gonna be bouncing. So yeah, can't wait for it.
Yeah, no doubt. And in terms of, what, again, I can only judge what things are like where I am. And it was, I could hear people in their gardens celebrating. Everyone had their TVs up loud. When I went out today to get some food for the barbecue, I drove past all the local pubs, and they were just people. I'm sure protocol was being taken care of inside, but outside people were spilling out. And I have to be honest, it's just beautiful to see, because for a long time now, we've been locked up and restrained, and for good reason. But I just feel like this party week's going to be amazing. I do feel a bit sorry for Egal, though, because he's going to have a lot of people seeing it's coming out outside his house. And I know, he's not a fan of that.
Harry, it's already started.
Of course, it's going to, mate, give me your address. I'm coming with my brothers now. We're going to come outside your house and just serenade you with Vindaloo, It's Coming Home, and the White Cliffs of Dover. But KJ, I want to talk about the game. We are going to take calls from the viewers, so get your questions ready or your points ready. But Denmark, it's going to be a tough game. How do England beat them on Wednesday night?
I think we do what we did today, and just keep the ball, keep it well, be patient, and put the pressure on them, because the defense is strong, but they've conceded goals this tournament. They have, and if we do well, I think we can get a clean sheet against them. They've scored multiple goals this tournament. I'm not taking anything with their very, very strong team. And they've also got, obviously, the nation behind them. And they've also got extra powers from their ordeal that they experienced from the start of the tournament. But I feel like we have actually got the defense to withstand their pressure and the attack to go forward and give it to them. So, yeah, I feel like if we just do what we did today, keep the pressure on, be nice and compact, I think we can win the game, and I think we can do it convincingly.
Neeks, from your point of view, looking as an outsider into this situation, that's why I'm glad you and Egal are here, because you're not going to get as carried away as we are. How tough a test are Denmark going to be, in your opinion, compared to, say, Germany and the Ukraine that England have already faced?
Well, I think the difference with the Germany one, I think it would have been, Gareth Southgate likes to do things his own way, so I don't think he's going to be influenced by media pressure or fan pressure. But he knows that he has to be the dominant side against Denmark. He can't play against them like he did against Germany. That wouldn't be accepted by him, by the players, by the fans, the media. They have to take be on the front foot. The reality is Ukraine were the worst side in the last 16. They finished the fourth best third place side. So they got what they deserved today. They got what English should be giving them. Denmark, we know they went through the third place playoff, I believe it was, but mitigating circumstances, because that Finland game happened, and we know what happened there.
No, they finished second.
Oh, they finished second on 3 points?
Yeah, on 3 points. It was Finland were below them.
Okay, so they finished with 3 points. What England need to do, you can play like you did today in terms of having the four at the back, the attacking players in those positions, but they need to keep the ball better. When they went a goal up, I think England got ahead of themselves. They thought, we're going to batter this team. Let's just power players forward, and Ukraine hit them on a break a couple of times. And a better side with the likes of Poulsen, and I ain't saying Braithwaite or whatever his name is great, but he's dangerous. He's quick. He's a direct runner. If you give them that kind of space, you could be caught on the counter-attack. I think play in the same aggressive front foot manner, but I think just be a bit more careful on the ball, and it should be enough. But I think it's going to be a tight game.
I think it's going to be a situation where they play with the back three that they've been playing with. You got to worry about their wing backs in Melier and Larson if they're healthy. And the fact that they got Dolsberg firing the way he is now, and they have the other Damsgaard guy putting in work, they are that are culpable. But of course, England should have more than enough players to beat them. And I want to see if Southgate changes his plan. Will he now go back to a back three to match up with their back three? Will he now change the system again? Because he's been absolutely spot on every single decision he's made. And you know what? If he does change back to a back three again, it makes sense. And also, I just want to big up Pickford, because Pickford was getting a lot of criticism from Premier League fans all year. Southgate trusted him, and this guy's going to go away with the Golden Glove for the Euros.
Yeah, he could do it. Barring that one kick when we were 4-0 up. That did make me. That was like playground stuff. I did laugh. But you know what's bad? When you're 4-0 up, you can have a bit of a giggle. I think you're right in terms of the Denmark situation. I think they're going to be tougher than the Ukraine. And I'm like 50-50 whether they're going to be harder than Germany or not. I think there's an onus on us being the aggressors in that game, which could suit them. But I actually hope we don't fall into that trap. It's Southgate so far in every game, barring the Scotland one, and that's a derby, so things get written off in derbies. We all got dragged into that. He's gotten his approach spot on each time. So I'm just at a point where I'm sort of sitting there thinking, I don't even know what we need to do to beat them. I wouldn't be too cavalier or aggressive because I think Denmark, with space to run into, they've been blistering. I mean, that counter today, that cross on the outside, on the right
What
foot.
was outside of his boot?
KDB could never, like he can. I just saying, like, it was out of this world. So we've got to be careful not to give him that space. It's going to be a very tough test indeed. There's no doubt. We're going to go to one of the first callers to add in to have their say with us this evening. We're going to bring in man like Lincoln to have his say with us right now. Lincoln, what do you want to say, buddy?
I still don't know how to react to that game. Like, it's absolutely mad. Like, first of all, Jason Mourinho, if you're watching this, you're probably not watching this, but if you watch the game, there's nothing you can say about Luke Shaw. You can't. Shut up. I know you're gonna speak right now. Shut up. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He can't touch Roberto Carlos. No one can touch him. Best left back in the world. I said it. Best left back in the world. Okay, that's done. The game was absolutely mad. I just love the face of Harry Maguire when he scored because he never really scored some corners. Harry Kane is looking at the striker that we thought was going to enter the Euros. Jordan Henderson, all three captains of the club scored today. Kane, captain of England, Maguire, captain of United, Henderson, captain of Liverpool, and it shows just a testament to the amount of leadership that's in the team. That, like, even if they're not captains for the team, they're just a bunch of leaders up there. All from Harry Kane to Connor Cody on the bench, and that's the thing. Connor Cody isn't pissed that he's on the bench. Like, there's a lot of cohesion with the team, there's a lot of chemistry in the team, and that's a testament to what Southgate and his backroom staff has done with the team. But anyways, man, I'm just gassed.
Lincoln, I think you put on a really good point there, and it's something that from being a kid. My PE teacher, Mr. Hagger, big up yourself, Mr. Hagger. Now, this is how good a PE teacher he was. He now actually, he's one of the head of development, youth development at Fulham. So he was pretty good. He wasn't just like a bog standard PE teacher. He was serious levels, right? And he always used to say that he won't pick the school team based on who the best players are in the playground, who you think is the best. He went, I'll pick the best team. And there were players that used to start in our A team at Norton Boys in Leytonstone, who we were like, he doesn't even get picked at lunchtime, but they made the best team. And that's what Gareth Southgate is getting perfect. Squad-wise, we all ripped into him. Nearly every starting lineup it's been met with almost Ollie level like negativity. They're just, oh my God, I can't believe it every single time. And what I've seen every single day, every game, one by one, is less people going, I'm not going to play. I never do. Neek shared it in the group chat. He says, my England 11 versus Denmark, whatever the hell Gareth Southgate wants. And that's it now. Like, he has proven to us 2 international tournaments running that he knows what he's doing. And I still saw negative people say, yeah, but he still bottled a semi at the last World Cup. Bruv, do you know how England have already won based on expectations? Like, no one put us beyond the quarterfinals. Yeah. We've already won.
One thing I'll say about Southgate, is that whatever you think about his tactics and everything, the past two international tournaments, he has given the whole nation, not just the team, but the whole nation, 2 magnificent summers. Like this summer and the summer 3 years ago, one of the best summers in recent memory because of what they're doing at the World Cup, because of what they do right now at the Euros. And it's just such a testament to what he's doing. I did not expect him to come this far with this team, and it's absolutely amazing, man.
Absolutely. Lincoln, thank you very much for calling up and having your say. Top man. We are going to speak a little bit. I want to speak about Maguire a little bit later. The question I need to pose, and a lot of people saying it in the group, in the comment section. But Paul Ross, first of all, says, All of them are man of the match. Let's leave it there. Watch the players will now start to come out of their shells, is what man like Paul Ross has got to say.
Terry, can I just say?
Go on, mate. Go on.
I want to speak about Southgate quickly. And I know KJ was touching it on it before, but I think what's even deeper, what people don't realize, and it's the Southgate Ollie comparison, is very telling. It's not even just to do with on the pitch. But when you look at the mess that Southgate actually inherited as England manager, remember, England won the back of getting knocked out to Iceland in 2016 Euros, and then the Big Sam scandal. So on the pitch and off the pitch, England were a complete mess. Southgate's had to come in, rebuild the England team, rebuild the trust between the national team and the fans, the public, because there was a big fracture between all of it. And as Lincoln said, 2 tournaments in a row, he's got the whole country believing. And he's got to 2 semi-finals, which England haven't done. Well, they didn't get to a semi-final since 1996. So with all of that work that he's had to do, basically building this England team, the cohesion, the harmony, making the nation just believe that they can win, that alone outstrips any results that he gets on the pitch. Because if he was to leave at the end of the tournament, England as a national team are in a better place than they were when he picked them up. And I think that alone deserves respect, regardless of whether you think Grealish should be playing or whether they should be dominating the ball against Czech Republic. I think that's actually secondary from what he picked up England.
Terry, there's people shouting outside my window right now. You want to know whose name they're shouting? They're shouting Harry Maguire's name. Literally, I don't know why.
I know why.
Gets criticism.
English people being English.
I don't know why this guy gets so much criticism from Manchester United fans and other rival fans. I never was one of those guys calling him slabhead. You can't find that anywhere because I've always rated him. But when it comes down to it, I feel like he will always get the criticism because of that 80 million price tag, and people feel like they always need to compare him to Van Dijk. What he is what he is, and he's really good at it.
Do you know what it is? Well, first of all, I would say this. Slabhead is his England nickname, and it's a term of endearment. Like, it's what his England teammates call him, I believe. So I don't think there's an issue with calling him Slabhead.
It's the fridge.
It's the fridge one that's a disrespectful thing. At the end of the day, the Man United fans who continually hate on him, these are the Man United fans that will be unhappy forever. You're never going to see it. We're on the cusp of having one of the best transfer windows post-Fergie, and they're moaning because they're not. We might be signing all the positions they wanted to get players in, but we're not signing the right ones. It doesn't matter what happens. So their opinion is worth almost zero at this moment in time because the continual negativity. Everyone's kind of like seeing them for what they really are. Like these Twitter bots, these at Joseph MUFC guys that have got 150,000 followers and they never say a positive thing. Like they're just losing traction. No one cares anymore because it's too clear to see. Maguire is one of the best centre backs. He's the best English centre back there is. He's the best English centre back, fact. And he's in the top 3 or 4 centre backs in the Premier League, and he's in the top 10 centre backs in Europe. There is no shadow of it. There's no shadow of a doubt, and we've seen that. There's also no. I want to big up John Stones here. Like, Maguire looks better when he's next to John Stones than he does Lindelof. And Ruben Diaz looks better when he's next to John Stones than when he was next to Pepe. Like, John Stones has also come of age massively over the last couple of years. And I think it's gone a little bit unnoticed. It was Diaz. I think John Stones has had a much bigger part in that. That's why if Man United, if we bring it back to clubs for a very split second, Man United signed a world-class centre-back to go next to Maguire, one with a bit of speed as well, you are going to see a very different Manchester United defensively going forward. And it's a great segue that you bring that up because I think for me, I think he's been the best defender at the tournament. He's only played 3 games now. I think he's been sensational, Maguire. I can't think of a thing that he's done wrong. I think he's elevated the team. We've been able to play out from the back a lot better, which we really missed in the opening 2 games. It feels like, and this is just what eye test rather than statistical backup, every defensive challenge, header, clearance has come off. He scored a massively important goal tonight. And he's not the captain in name. He isn't the captain with an armband, but he's leading that defense and orchestrating. I just wanted to gauge people's opinions tonight. Like, I'll go to David first. How good, in your opinion, has Harry Maguire been at this tournament?
He's been really good. Like, he's not shocked me, but like the consistency is like a really good thing to see. Whether he's the best defender at the tournament, I'm not so sure. Centre back, yes. If you count fullbacks, then probably
Okay,
not.
do you know what? We'll keep it as centre backs because
If you count,
we'll
yeah.
say centre backs. That's probably a better way of
If
doing
you
it.
keep it as centre backs, then yeah, 100%. I can't really think of many centre backs where you go outright he's been better than Harry Maguire. But there have been a lot of centre backs where you go Harry Maguire outright, even in his 3 games, has been better than them. So yeah, for me, he's been really good, and he just needs to keep performing at this level. He's performing at this level, we win the tournament.
But the thing is, yeah, Maguire's been at this level. Like the thing is, Maguire's been doing this for United. He just gets overblown when he does something wrong because he's playing for United, and also his partners have never been the greatest either. You know what I mean? Like his partners do not compliment him. Lindelof is too weak and too slow, in my opinion, and Bailly is injury prone. Like he just can't stay fit enough to even build a partnership with him. So Maguire's had a very good season. He's had 2 very good seasons for Man United, but because he is slow, he's got a massive head. He's called Maguire. He plays for Ollie, and he was bought for 80 million. Everyone's just gonna go and be like, "Oh yeah, it was crap," even though it wasn't his fault. You know what I mean? Like, so Maguire's been doing this. I think rival fans and some Man United fans are just seeing what he can do now that it's not in a Man United shirt. You know what I'm saying? So he's been doing this.
Danny's joined us now. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. Good. Couldn't be better. Obviously, everyone's probably said it already, but boy, I mean, I know it was just Ukraine, but you got to give them credit when they go out and get the job done. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And they did it in style. Like, I think people need to understand that you get easy teams in tournaments, but you don't always get the job done. And then you sometimes get the job done, but you don't always do it in style. What England did today was put out a marker and a statement and say, like, we can beat anyone. And it doesn't matter about the opponent. It's what you do. Because we've seen England now win tight games. We've seen England, like, it's 0-0, it's tight, and then go get the victory in the last minute. We've seen England get that 1-0 and keep it tight. Now we saw England win in style with a certain zest to it. We saw Southgate change the team up to match up the opponent. I expect to see the same thing against Denmark. Look, you know me, I was one of the most critical. I was one of the guys putting Southgate under the knife, saying this guy needs to be scrutinized. And I'll hold that with my chest, like 1000%. And I think he deserved to be scrutinized. But right now, I am a Southgate. I support Gareth Southgate. He is the man. He's gonna bring it home for us. And I mean, to the Maguire point, look, at the end of the day, look, I don't think it's tough because Chiellini, Bonucci, I think Simon Kjaer for Denmark has been sensational as well. But he's in that category. Harry Maguire is there. Like, he's definitely been one of the best outright centre backs at the tournament. And do you know what? Again, Terry, I'll give it to you. You said to me, I wasn't sure. You said to me, I mean, Tyrone Mings had a good, like, he was good, but Mings just Maguire provides just the bringing out at the back. He's composed, drives with it. It makes you wonder though, like, why does this guy get criticized so much? And I think maybe it's the armband. Maybe it is the armband. Maybe he has so much pressure on him that he's scrutinized so much. Maybe it was the beginning of the season scandal he had in Greece. Maybe it's the 80 million price tag.
I get that. I think it goes down to because Ollie's hated and him and Ollie get on. It's like guilty by association. So one of the reasons why I would have loved a Poch or a fancy manager to come in and then still pick him and still make him captain, it would have just shut the man up. To get what I mean? Because it's like if their favorite manager loves him, they're in the mud. To get what I'm saying? So I think that's where it comes from. We have a super chat here that says, you guys really talking about Maguire. What about Stones? All the defenders are rotated except Stones. Are you guys for real? Listen, do you know why I mention Maguire is because Maguire is, I've seen pundits and journalists, forget fans, create new analysis for Maguire, but I've never seen attributed to any other defender in the history of football. That's why I mention him. John Stones, for me, I feel like he gets a lot of respect. I feel
you mentioned him anyway. You did mention him.
Yeah, you did
he's respected. You know, title-winning centre back with Manchester City, no doubt, and he's been excellent for England And he's coming. And how old is John Stones now? What, 25, 26?
26 or 27 or something like that.
Yeah, I think about
Yeah, a little bit older. Coming of age. Really, really coming of age. And I'm saying to my brother when we were watching the game today, I was like, I don't feel like we've got one centre-back that's anywhere near a Rio, Campbell, or John Terry level. But I feel the overall quality of our centre-backs is better than what we used to take to tournaments. Because once we scratch past those 2 or 3 people, it was Phil Jagielka and Upson, bruv. Like, the overall level is actually better.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we've all got, like, caught up in the mire with. We've looked at our squad and been like, oh, we don't have a Scholes. We don't have a John Terry, like in midfield and defence. But it's like, yeah, but the overall quality is better. Because once we went past those players, it was trash. It was really, really trash. Thank you, Dinesh, for that super chat, my friend. Oh, your 15-minute walk away from Wembley. That'd be amazing. That's a quality. Baz says, panel, what would be the front three for the semis? That's a great question. Then we're going to go to
Southgate wants.
whatever Southgate wants. Is that the answer?
Yeah. Whatever he wants.
Well, Sterling and Kane are students, so it's really a picking the other position. Listen, again, Southgate can do what he wants. No one can chat to him. Pick who you want, innit? But if it was me, I would still go Grealish on the left, Sterling on the right.
Okay, here's my logic. You have to go.
Saka, forget it.
Here's my logic.
Forget it, guys. Not Saka.
Isn't Saka injured anyway?
If you're gonna change it back to a back three,
No.
right? And you're not gonna have Mount in behind Kane. You're gonna have to go back to Saka because of his defensive output and the fact that he can pick up the ball and drive it forward. And he's already played in that system. We haven't seen Sancho in that system. We've seen him as a substitute come in and play.
Yeah, we have. He plays in the 3-back system for Dortmund.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about for England during this tournament. I'm not talking about what he's done for Dortmund. I'm not talking about what he's going to do for Manchester United. I'm just talking about the facts of.
All right. What if they don't go 3 at the back?
Say it again.
What if they don't go 3 at the back?
If they don't go 3 at the back and you keep it the same, there's no one's going to criticize Southgate for changing for keeping it the same.
What would you do?
Would you bring Saka back in?
I would bring Saka back in and I'll go to back 3. That's what I would do.
You just bring Saka back in. Regardless.
I mean, Mount won the Champions League in that system.
I gave you my logic. There's no.
Do you know what? I don't necessarily think you're right. It's a tough one for me. I think we'll play 4-2-3-1 against Denmark personally. If Saka's fit, I wouldn't be against him starting, but I think we saw more from Sancho from an attacking point of view. He's just better. So I would go with him. The toss-up really isn't that front three. It's who plays in that kind of tempo. Is it Mount or is it Grealish? And I feel like Mount's work rate and pressing might be more needed than Jack Grealish's creativity. It's a hard one, but I would probably go with the same team started today. That's what I would go with. But listen, viewers, go, mate.
No, very quickly. I've always said, look, at the end of the day, I still think Grealish is England's best player, most influential, whatever you want to call it. But aside from when Kane's firing and whatnot, but at the end of the day, look, you go with what Southgate. I like the way he's utilized Grealish. He's kind of said, I want Grealish to be my maverick, impact sub, or if I need something different. Do you know what I'm saying? I do think he will go with Mount, even though I do think Grealish should start over Mount. But look, Southgate, I'm done criticizing lineups now.
I totally get you. We're going to take another call now. This is going to be from man like Pav. Pav, welcome back to the Terrace, brother. What do you want to say?
I'm happy, bro. One thing I want to see in my lifetime is England win a trophy. Obviously, it's been a long time since they won it since '66. Now it's a good time to go win it in a week's time. I mean, I haven't at all since the tournament started criticised the lineup. I can't be bothered because you criticise something, it just comes back to bite you at the end of the day. But everything's worked out. We haven't conceded a goal. Harry Kane's coming in with the goals now. Sterling's still amazing. Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire. Everything's working right for us. And obviously everyone wanted Denmark to do well after Christian Eriksen. But a great man once said, it's time to go. Your time's done, man. Them allegiances are done. Sorry, you got to go on Wednesday. It's us or you, and it's going to be us, mate. But yeah, I'm in a good mood right now, man. Everyone's buzzing. I could hear people on the streets getting in their cars and whatnot. And yeah, I'm happy, bro. I'm looking forward to Wednesday. Book my days off work like pre-hand. But yeah, I think we're gonna win it. Hopefully Spain could beat Italy, because at the end of the day, we know what their defense is like, and we should slap everyone who's in our path now.
I hope so. I do hope you're right. I don't want to. I think we can win it. I don't want to even mention the word slap anybody else. Even I did a prediction. Me and my brother were sitting there before the kickoff tonight, and my brother's like, "What do you reckon score's going to be?" I'm saying 2-0 tight. I didn't want to. My brother was like, "Nah, we'll do 3 or 4 passes." I'm like, I can't even say it. I don't want to put that into the atmosphere. Pav, top man, thank you for coming on and having your say. Really appreciate that, bro. Top man. Next on the show, we've got Monster on the way. Before Monster, we have the Doncaster Rovers, Mark Goldbridge here with us now. Green screen info, roller coaster happy. Kendall's going on a date with him one day, very, very soon as well. Johnny James, saying, bro.
I'm drinking my drink tonight. We are absolutely living it large. I am living today. I'm living. That was a blistering performance. And can I just remind people of something? Gareth Southgate, Middlesbrough, North Yorkshire, Jordan Pickford, loan out at Bradford City, Dean Henderson, Sheffield United, Sam Johnstone, Donny, Trippier, Barnsley, Harry Kane loaned out to Leyton Orient and Millwall. Raheem Sterling, former youth at an EFL club, raised in the EFL. Most of this squad raised in the EFL. That we gave the roots to these England players, and we watched them grow as they leave our clubs. That was a blistering performance. Hendo, brilliant goal. Sterling, that pass. Shane McMahon, here comes the money. Watch it fall, make it rain. That was a blistering pass. And then Harry Clark, say you know the rest. Shout out to Expressions. 2 fantastic goals. Harry Maguire, you call him a fridge, that's disrespectful. When you call him the Friginator, that is domination. That is domination. That is an absolutely world-class performance. Now, look ahead to Denmark. I will say right now that Denmark will be the toughest game of this competition so far. Maybe even tougher than Spain or Italy in the final if we get through. Denmark have got some brilliant talent. Damsgaard's one of my ones to watch, as well as Melee and Braithwaite and Dolberg's fitted into that Poulsen role quite well. Denmark are my team to watch ahead of, as well as England. But you know what? I might not have heard the chants outside my house tonight, but I heard the chants in the studio. I came from KG Stream, from the old United stand guide, and I came straight onto here to give bare England vibes. It is coming home. It is coming home. Arsenal fans, I'm sorry we stole one of your youngsters next week, but it's coming home. I don't care about Donny today. It's coming home.
Listen, hey, thanks for coming on and having your say. He's buzzing. He's absolutely buzzing. And it's good to see. It's good. Do you know what? Like, love or loathe Donny James, a.k.a. Aaron, a.k.a. the roller coaster king, a.k.a. Kendall's new bit, right? At the end of the day, he knows. Honestly, I would say if he was to get to a knowledge competition with anyone on the terrace, I think he has more. Like, I know he has more knowledge. He talks about players I didn't even know were born. But there we go. Monster's with us here now. Monster, what you saying, mate?
Hey, shout outs to England. You know what I mean? Shout outs to the Chelsea boys doing their thing. Listen, all I gotta say is Ballon d'Or has to come back to Stamford Bridge now. a Chelsea a Chelsea player will win the Euros and the Champions League this season. Someone has to get the Ballon d'Or. It's only right now. It's only right. I'm sorry.
Christensen lifting Ballon d'Or.
If he wins it, why not? Jorginho, you know.
Monster, I don't really want to hear this Chelsea part. I want to hear you say. I want to hear you say the 3 words. Say the 3 words for England, my brother.
Nah. Listen. I believe we should beat Denmark. Denmark are a great team. But I think we are better and we have that individual brilliance in it. But then It's the other side. It's that Italy team and that balanced midfield. That's scary, man. I can't even sit here and lie to you. I've never seen such a great international midfield since probably the Spain team when they were just so balanced in it. So that's the only team that worries me. But I believe Southgate should get to the final. And I think this England team is finally, like, we've been waiting for them to show themselves. You know, we know how great the team is. I'm gonna sit here and say it. This team is greater than the previous golden generation. I'm sorry to say. Yes, we had Lampard, Scholes, or blah blah. But to me, that's not a golden generation because they didn't do nothing. They didn't win nothing. They do not deserve the name, the golden generation. This team, I feel, deserves it because I feel like these lot will go far and will do something. They might even end up winning something, innit? So, I'll big them up. I'll big up Southgate. I don't necessarily like him, but I think he's done well. This is what? 3 semi-finals in a row? When's the last time you saw a manager doing that?
Yeah, and I think that's the level of respect you absolutely bang on, mate. Then I'm not exactly keen sort of watching in the way we play football. It is tonight entertain me, but there's been loads of games where they've been boring. But at the end of the day, your job is to qualify for tournaments and then win them. And it's 3 weeks at Euros, it's 4 weeks at World Cups. It's like I don't really care how we play. I just want to win the damn thing. And what you said about this squad, I feel like if you look at the 2018 and 2021 or 2020, as it should, you know, the name is Euros. It's the 2 squads I've seen ridiculed more than any other. Go back and look at some of those squads from 2000, 2004, 2012. Look at them. Like, you go past 5 or 6 world-class stars that we had. It was shocking. We were starting World Cup games with Aaron Lennon. Lennon was huge. And the irony is, we sometimes now call certain players pace merchants. Lennon and Theo Walcott, all these guys, they were the epitome of, like, they only became football players. They only got picked at school because they were quick. Do you know what I mean? They weren't actually technically good football players, and that's massively changed now. So I totally agree. I totally agree with that.
Put respect on Theo Walcott's name, man.
No,
he's trash.
Stop it,
He's trash. For England, he was there just to sprint, bro. My man was just a national sprinter.
He was there to sprint for Arsenal too, bro. There's no difference.
He's no better than Dan James.
He's still living off
Dan James. No better than
bro,
Dan James.
He's still living off that moment against Liverpool in the Champions League, man. Like, stop it, man.
Do you know what? I was at the Emirates once and I was chatting to a few gooners in the crowd, right? I had these tickets through work and they were ripping into him when he played. And one of them just said something, and it wasn't overtly funny, but it made me laugh. They just said, "Thank God there's advertising barriers around the edge of the stadium. Otherwise, Theo Walcott be running into the car park all day, just running straight lines fast." And I just laughed because I was like, this guy was so annoyed with me. And I was like, that's actually quite funny. Like, he just was. But that's what England was back then. It was all blood, guts, and thunder in the middle. Big, strong, burly centre-backs that could barely play out from the back. Goalies with no technique.
Big guy, little guy up top.
Speed merchants generally on the wings. Every now and then you had a Scholes, you had a Beckham that would come in and have a bit more class. But the team went about, and we used to pick the wrong people. We never picked our best team. We picked our best players. You know, Scott Parker was getting relegated with Fulham and was getting picked over multiple title winner like Michael Carrick. And
Terry, that's why I love Mourinho. As soon as Mourinho came into Chelsea, Scott Parker was on his way straight out the door. Like, this guy was a dead baller, man. Respect to him.
This is the most technical England team that we've ever seen.
It's not.
It is.
I don't think it is.
Well, one of.
Yeah.
In terms of the entire squad,
the average level of skill is higher than in the other
higher.
squad.
In terms of the actual overall squad, most of them can play ball. Like, when have we seen it where we've got the ball and we're actually playing 1, 2, 3 touch football and we get out of presses and then we start again, recycle? Normally it's just, crap, we're in trouble. Hoof it up to crouch. You know what I mean? Like this is. I'm enjoying the fact that Heskey, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like, that Heskey period where they were even saying,
respect Emil Heskey. That's
Heskey was a baller.
He was a what?
But there was a period. I don't know if you guys remember. There was a period where Heskey was no longer relevant, but they were saying
he's still
bringing back.
It's crazy. No, I actually think we are. I think we're technically better now than we were back then, and a lot of that's to do with the academies. I've mentioned this a few times on streams recently, and I'm literally I've actually emailed MUTV if they've got the interview, if they can find it, because it was on MUTV, it wasn't on mainstream, where Fergie spoke about the difference between the European and the English clubs. It was something crazy. Like we could only do maybe 1.5 hour a day's training with our academy players, where on the continent they could do between 3 to 4 hours of technical training per day. You think about that from 8 years old to you're 16. English players were never going to be able to be as technically gifted. And what I've seen at this tournament, which we didn't even do at the last World Cup, because now you've got the Mounts, you've got the Grealishes, the Rices that have come through.
Say Mount again, Terry. Just so I can see David.
Yeah, Mount. Listen, I was again. I was on the.
Why are you having to go at me? He's doing what I want him to do. What are you doing?
You're a hater, bro. You're a hater.
I'm not a hater.
He's there tonight. There's one moment tonight with Mason Mount, by the way, where the ball got cut back in. Yarmolenko picked it up. Mount a trap back.
He
Jack Grealish, in my opinion, wouldn't have been there for that, and he could have scored. And that's why Southgate's so smart. He knows all the skills of his players, and it's like, right, I need 11. He doesn't pick players, he picks roles. He does a role for every position in each game, depending on who the opponents are, and he picks the best player for that role. It's not about, I've got to pick Grealish because Grealish is technically the best. I'll tell you who's suffering the most with Southgate, and it's what I'm enjoying. Eye test merchants are dead, because eye test merchants just believe if you got the best technical ability, you should always start. That isn't how winning is done, and it certainly isn't how winning tournament football is done. It never has been. It's about horses for courses, and Southgate right now, love or loathe his style, the teams he's picking are working, and I've got a lot of faith, man.
But this is the benefit of a structure. In 2012, England or 2013, I think England opened St George's Park, which was basically to bring all the England teams from the lower levels right up to the senior team, training, playing, being in one place. Southgate being the manager of England and he won the Toulon tournament, was it 2019, and becoming 2016, sorry, and then becoming the England manager after. It's no coincidence. If you're trying to make players and make managers, but you have one philosophy, one system, like the Spanish do, like the Italians, like the French do. The French have the famed academy. I forget the name. It's completely lost me. The famed academy with a lot of the great players, the Henrys, the Trezeguets, the Nelkas, they all came through. England did that with St George's Park about 10 years ago with the aim of winning 2022 World Cup. And this is the fruits of that labor, that you can't just say, all right, let's just pick the best 25 individuals in the country, all playing different types of football in their clubs and put them together for 6 games of the tournament. You can't do that. You have to have a philosophy.
Terry, they're having a parade outside my house.
Level. And that's what England are benefiting from now.
They're having a parade outside my house. Imagine if you get wrong. Literally, there's a lady outside with a megaphone.
Clairefontaine
is coming home with a guitarist and everything.
Yeah, I love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. But you know what you're saying there as well. Like, obviously, we won in 2017. I think we won the under 17s World Cup, and in that time period,
and under 20. Both.
Yeah, we won the under 20s. We actually had, I think, a lot of our. There was a few tournaments we did really, really well in that age group, and you start looking. So many of those players are now across those 2 group teams are now within the England squad and set up, and plus a few others, and it's just different now to how it used to be. And another thing that's helped us, and this is even beyond Fergie's era, because Fergie, I don't think teams weren't as techie as we get now. Having Jurgen Klopp's and Pep Guardiola's in the Premier League is a benefit. It's an app. You're right. Thomas Tuchel now is going to be another one.
And you know what to say on that, Terry? If you look at Pep, the last 2 World Cup, the previous 2 before that, both Germany and obviously Spain. You look at those teams, they basically just, for the national team, copy and pasted what Pep had done at Barcelona and Bayern Munich, put it in the national team, and they've gone on to win World Cups. England so far have been the only one to yet not benefit off it, but you never know. We might end up.
But that's because you could fill most of those squads with Pep players from Dortmund. I mean, from Munich or Barcelona. We can't do that, unfortunately, in England, because all of our players, we pick players from multiple different clubs. But we don't need to do that. Clearly, we don't need to do that because Southgate's got a philosophy. He's got I don't even want to say system. He's got a way of picking teams that is working for us right now. And for him to try and copy Pep wouldn't be the way forward, because do we have a national team squad that can do that? Probably not. You know what I mean? But with the Spain team and the Germany team, half the squad was made up with those players anyway, so you could get away with that.
Legit,
you know what's
funny?
we have a squad of players who will just know their roles. That's all.
Terry, I'm just gonna say this for Egal tax. Denmark's gonna beat you guys, and I'm out of here. Peace.
All right, mate, take care, bro. There's a comment here from Sam who says so basically Ferguson should have picked the England squad because because every other player was whack. I mean, I know you're being kind of like a little bit facetious with that, but to a certain degree, I remember United players always being, you don't play as well for England as you do United. Yeah, because the style of football ain't the bloody same, mate. Like Rooney would go away to England and start playing Route 1 football, where when he was playing with Fergie, he was playing some of the best football in Europe. Even for like Arsenal players, imagine peak Arsenal, not the back end. Imagine playing Wenger's football and then going away to England managers like Kevin Keegan. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not comparable. You need to make the football better, or at least play within people's means. There's no doubt about it. So I want to try and do a few more calls before we end tonight. Sarim's a Liverpool fan. What are you saying, bro?
I can't believe it. I'm just life, honestly. And just to talk about this team, it is absolutely amazing. They're so likable. It's just unbelievable. I never thought I'd be feeling this way about an England team after the 2010 World Cup because we were dog shit back then. But now, I mean, in terms of like player personnel, they're not the same as the 2010 team, but they're just so much more likable. They work hard. And it's a team full of immigrants. So if you're racist, go fuck yourself.
I love to see it. Love to see it. Listen, I mean, that's also another part that I'm really just sort of sitting back and quietly enjoying as well. It's brilliant to see. Sharim, thank you very much for coming on, mate, and having your say top man. We're going to go to Abs. Abs is with us here now. What are you saying, Abs?
Shout out to England. It was a great performance. You know, they're turning a lot of doubters into believers. I just want to read this quick stat that I just seen on Twitter. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but goals in knockout stages of major international tournaments. Harry Kane in the last 2 games has 3 goals. Ronaldo in his whole career has 3 goals. So I don't know if that's true. Ronaldo only has 3 goals.
Let's not do this, man. Let's not.
I'm just no. Let's
not do that. Come in, like, have hope. Come on, man.
No, but if Ronaldo only has 3 goals in knockout stages, and he has like about 100 goals, that's showing that like 90% of his goals is coming up against the San Marinos, Andorra.
Let's go. San Marinos, yes.
Hey, Terry Meeks, Monster KJ, they're itching.
No, I'm enjoying the fun, bro.
San Marino, Andorra, and Armenia, them man.
Allow Ronaldo.
And Liechtenstein and them man.
Let him land.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, we were talking about the Ballon d'Or talk. I thought it was Monstar that brought it up. I think Harry Kane is probably like the 3rd person in Premier League history to lead the league in goals and assists. I think it's only been done by Hasselbank and like Andy Cole or something. If Harry Kane wins the European Golden Boot, which he needs 2 more goals, and if Thierry wins,
Andy Cole got the most assists in the season.
No, he did.
I think I seen that. I think I seen it on Google.
He did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, but are you sure Thierry Henry did it? Because I didn't see his name.
Yeah, he definitely did it. He definitely did. I swear he did it in one.
No, I know you're talking about the year that he had like 20 Premier League assists.
20 and 20.
But was he first in goals though?
I don't know if he was.
That's the thing. I'm not sure if he was first.
Okay,
But whatever. Either way. And if Harry Kane does win the European Golden Boot, he only needs 2 more goals to tie Ronaldo and Patrick Schick, which both of them are eliminated with 5 goals. And if England does win the Euros, then like Harry Kane has to win the Ballon d'Or. Like he has to. Like in terms of individual stats, accolades, the historic, like significance that he's done.
I agree, Abs. Definitely above every Chelsea.
Every Chelsea.
Listen, Abs, you lost me with the Ronaldo thing, but you brought me back.
All I'm saying is
no, Danny will go. I'll go after. You go after.
Look, you can do all the stats you want. Jorginho was the top goal scorer for Chelsea. 1 to the end.
5 goals, bro.
I don't care how many goals he scored. He is the top goal scorer for Chelsea.
1, 2. He was an instrumental part of that Champions League.
Was, bruv.
3. He is the man of the moment for this Italy team. I mean, there's a lot.
He's the best player at the Euro so far.
Do you know what I would say? Though? You know what I'd say? We all know one thing though. If Harry Kane finishes as a Golden Boot scorer at this tournament, if England win it, right, plus the other stats, you know it's a popularity contest, and the British media is going to push for it.
They're gonna, yeah. I'm not even going to say Chelsea players, but Lewandowski's there, and let's see what Messi does over in Copa America.
And no, don't forget, there's Kante, there's Mason Mount.
What's
you know what I mean?
Kante lost
that was Mbappe's fault. That wasn't.
I love how Monster just dropped in Mason Mount. I just didn't notice.
Mason Mount.
They just dropped it in there like that. Dinesh, thank you for that super chat. He says here that ITV came out with the stat that Sir Alf Ramsey was the last England manager to reach semi-final of both the World Cup and the Euros. It was 66 and of course 68 respectively. Southgate has now done that as well. I mean, that's why I've said already about putting respect on his name, because although football's massive here because of our league, on an international level, our pedigree is so poor for the size of our nation, what we've done. So to get to 2 semi-finals running, and I think that's where it's going to play us apart, give us a chance to play to beat Denmark, because we got to that semi-final and didn't quite make it. I think you learn from that. It's a better squad this year, more galvanized team, fresher team going into that game. Denmark, in my opinion, are not as hard as that Croatia team 3 years ago. It gives us, I think, getting to the final is very doable. Then, like, as you say, we're likely to get Italy. Italy are going to be hard. Italy are so
good. But Terry, we've seen it all tournament, though. We've seen it all tournament. You can't just write people off. And Spain, as much as they're at times they've been scoring goals. They've been getting over the line. They have a chance to they have a chance. I'm saying they will. They have a chance to win their game. And again, it's been the year of the upsets. So we could easily see.
I reckon.
Wait. Hold on.
We actually do rule
David. Before you finish, I don't get the year of upsets. Does that only apply in the Euros, or does that apply in anything else?
No. It's been bad. That's been bad. Overall in football.
I hope you're not referring to the Champions League, though.
Chelsea. It was an upset. It was.
I was upset.
We smacked everyone in Europe like there are little babies. Like
monster.
Pep did the whole because Chelsea have the 3 centre backs, 2 defensive midfielders, and we still spanked him, bro.
The reason why it was an upset, because even your own fans says you're not the likely ones to win it, and then you're going to win it. If you look at the leagues, Inter Milan won over Juve, Lille won over PSG, Atletico won over Barcelona and Real Madrid. Like Switzerland beat France. Who would have thought that would happen in Germany beat England? Huh?
Villarreal beat United.
Yeah, Villarreal winning the Europa League.
Yeah, it's been a lot of
Leicester box up Chelsea.
Leicester beat Chelsea.
Final, true. Do you know what else we haven't mentioned tonight as well? And this is just a side note before we come to the end. Have you noticed that no one's crying over a more superior team playing a double pivot in an important game? You know, that didn't get mentioned because we won 4-0. This whole double pivot chat has got to stop because it's the deadest. Oh, it's just too negative. Yeah, it was negative tonight, wasn't it? Dickheads.
No, but Terry,
listen, everyone who's tuned in tonight, a massive thank you to each and every single one. It's actually called a Twin Six anyway. Now we call it a Twin Six. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Goodbye. God bless. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see